What's going on, y'all? So we got Project Pony Express in the background. We're going to be putting on some new tires in this video. I traded those ugly godforsaken 17s for some stock 15s chrome wheels a while back. Now they were almost bald. The kid I got it from was running 80 pounds of pressure on an F-150, so the tires kind of wore out in the center. But the good news is we have factory chrome wheels back on the Bronco. So we're going to go ahead and put some 33 1250 R15s. They are Centennial Dirt Commanders. They're like a mud terrain that I got off of eBay. We'll go ahead and show you the tires, and then we'll go and pull those tires, and we're going to load everything up in the back of Family Hauler, because Lord knows, I don't know if 33s are going to fit on the front without clearance issues on the bumper. And I'd rather have it home and have problems than have it at a tire shop and realize I can't turn to get out of there. You might say, well, why go 33s then? 33 should fit on a Bronco without a lift. The only problem is the front end sagging a little bit due to age. So that means we might have a little bit of clearance up there, but I have a game plan for that on how to space out the bumper. So if we need to, I'll show you how to make my spacer that I have designed in my head. So let's go from there and show you these tires. Full set of 5. They almost remind me of the old school 90s BFG mud terrains. Maybe with a little more siping in them. So we'll get these thrown up in the truck and go from there. Well, Bronco's in the garage. Tires are off on all 4 corners. We got it sitting up on stands right now. We'll have to jack this up significantly higher to put the 33s on the front, because that TTB is flexing. See? Hanging down. And then we go up to the front, the back. Now, excuse me while I walk outside here. See how much we can fit in the back of a pickup truck. I guess the limit of a 6.5 foot bed is 535s and 531s. Not bad. We still got a couple junk tires that I found in the neighborhood that we're going to throw in here and get rid of too. But tomorrow we'll only come home with half this. Well, another day. We got the tires done at discount. Big shout out to them for getting them mounted up and balanced quickly. I've been running around doing errands, physical therapy, and a bunch of stuff today. We're going to get these on here, see how the front fits. That's going to be a big test. I really think it's going to be really tight with that bumper. But I have a game plan, so if we need to, we'll execute that. Check these out. 33 1250 R15s on some factory chrome wheels. And of course, when I go to record you guys, it gets windy out here. But went from 12 tires down to 5. We'll throw these on the back first, get the back on the ground, and then we'll start focusing on getting the front tires on. Alright, we got the back tires on. I'm going to have to take the back end down. The front end is way too low to the ground to even get tires on it yet. So we'll have to jack it up high enough to put a tire on it, and then just get each tire on individually and go from there. You're blocking the camera, dude.
I'm helping. I just want to be in the video.
Hold on. Got it. Alright, that's good.
Bam!
So this part of the video, I decided to step away, pull the front bumper, and figure out a way to space the bumper to give us proper tire clearance. So the next step will be showing you how I made that spacer. We have some 1x2 inch rectangular tubing, 4 inches long. We come up in here and just mock it up so we can get it situated. That way we can drill some holes in it and make a little spacer. That gives you guys an idea what it's going to look like. Here we have our holes marked. I'm just going to punch them center. Start with a small bit and then step it up to 1/2 inch. Alright, drill press is lined up. We'll go ahead and turn this on. The game plan is to drill both sides at the same time, so that way it's dead center. Well, here's our bumper bracket. Just simple and to the point. Now the true test will be putting it on these bolts, making sure it all sits straight. And that's going to do what we need it to. Give us about 1 inch of space. I'm obviously going to have to get longer bolts, but that's not going to be a problem. We'll go ahead and make the other bracket and measure these bolts and see how long a new bolt we're going to need. These are looking to be 1/2-inch bolts. Anybody wants to know that. So, and then we can throw some paint on these. Well, let's see here. Get our tape measure. We're looking at the bolt being about 1.5 inches. Sorry guys. So now what I'll do is I'll order some 2.5s from Lowe's, get some new nuts and washers. I just so happen to have a 2.5-inch bolt laying around, so I thought I'd mock it up. We'll have plenty of thread sticking through for the bumper brackets on the frame. So 2.5 looks to be perfect. So we'll go ahead and go to Lowe's, get some bolts, get some fender washers, looking at some 2-inch, just so that way they have some backing to them, and then some new nuts for them. Second bracket is done. A little warm still. We're going to go ahead and primer these and then find some paint. I don't know what color I have, but whatever it is, just so we can prevent some rust. This doesn't have to be perfect because you're not going to see it. I just want some coverage to prevent bare metal. So we have the gray primer dry. I have some leftover smoke gray from Gus Gus, so we're just going to paint these with that. Now we'll let this dry, go pick up our bolts, and then come back and put that thing back on the truck. Went to Lowe's, let the paint dry, picked up some 2.5-inch long bolts. They're 1/2 inch diameter. Picked up some fender washers as well. These ones are 2-inch diameter. I did get some thicker ones that are a little heavier duty. So, anyway, get this bumper on. You guys can sit back, watch, and laugh at me as I try to manhandle this bumper by myself. Well, here's the end result. So we get a view here. Nice and snugged up. I'll show you guys what I did here in a minute. Spaced about 1 inch. So we're all good and snug. And then I used a floor jack to kind of keep it level where I needed it. This was my little friend to hold up the bumper level with what I needed. Just a floor jack and a chunk of wood. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't even look like it's kicked out that far. Well, snag number 2. The bumper was one minor issue, so is this. The spare tire does not fit on the stock tire carrier. It's hitting up against here. So quick fix will be order a 1.5-inch wheel spacer, snug it on there, and then mount that to the spacer. Simple fix, should work. It's not putting a lot of stress on the spacer, it's just going to hold it off so we can still carry our spare. taking these new tires out for a little test drive. So far, the only thing they do is they howl like a mud tire. So, not that bad. They ride a lot better than the old bald 31s. So yeah, we're gonna put a couple miles on it and go from there. You guys, I've had really bad ADD with these projects that I got going on. I've got project therapy session in pieces, trying to figure out what happened with the mechanic. That's another video. This video, we're jumping on tires for Pony Express. I've got project lawsuit in about 3 different videos going for him. Sorry guys, I'm getting videos, I'm waiting on parts. I guess after these tires are done, I'll get back to working on the electrical video for project lawsuit, and we can button up the handlebar video because parts are finally here. Like I said, working on for you guys, waiting on parts, trying to keep track of where I'm supposed to be, what I'm doing, and I'm bouncing all over the place. So this video once again was me just not being able to stay on one thing at one time. I was kind of jumping around the video. So hopefully you guys don't mind that. If you like what you saw, click the like and subscribe button.